Hi all, day 2 of this week-long event where you've all been stuck indoors. How's it going? I'm Connor. This is Film Review Friday on a Tuesday. So yeah, yesterday you'll all remember that I did a comedy called We're the Millers, and we're going to continue this genre week by doing today a sort of horror. Now, if you know me in person, most of you will know that horror is my favourite genre. So the film I'm going to discuss with you today, when I first saw it advertised on Netflix, I was a bit concerned at it because it didn't look like your usual. It looked very weird, and then I watched it, and it was even weirder than I thought it could be, but in a positive way. So today we are going to discuss a film called In the Tall Grass. So, In the Tall Grass is a film about a bunch of people from all different places of like the globe are travelling along this street in America, past this church and this gas station, when all of a sudden they hear someone calling out from this tall grass which is next to them. So they enter it. However, once they enter it, they can't seem to find their way out, and then they get split up from each other and can't seem to locate where they go. And it's believe me when I say it's one of the weirdest horrors you'll ever watch. Not because it's like got gore or like, well, it has got gore in some parts, and it's mainly weird because the way the plot works, it's like you're not sure of what's going on 9 times out of 10. You're just sort of like part of the film in many ways. It's like the plot reflects on what you're actually watching, with the fact that it's that confusing that when you step into this film, you're lost and you can't find like a solution to what's going on 9 times out of 10. And it sort of all plays out to the end of like the film, where it's like you've got a good guy and a bad guy, and one guy is like being controlled, and that's the reason they're all getting stuck inside, and then one of the guys sacrifices himself to save everyone else. And it's yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one, In the Tall Grass. Don't get me wrong, I really love it because of the way it completely just, like, when you think you've got some sort of plot for it and you've figured out, like, what's going on, they'll just throw a curveball at you and go, well, no, hang on, this is actually happening now, we're following this story. And it's like, whoa, this film is really good. So yeah, In the Tall Grass gets a lot of good points for just basically being like a weird but sort of good plot line, because it just, you never see what's coming until it actually hits you. Another fun thing I found about this film was the characters in it. They are really well developed, because I think this one's either based off like a short story or a radio podcast, I don't know, but either way, it's based off something, and it's not an original story. That being said, the characters in both the story or the radio show and the film, from what I gathered from like the other genre or the other source, they are really well developed. I found that like each character had some sort of depth to them, even when you're only seeing them for like a couple scenes. They are really well developed, and you fully understand what's going on with like these people, even though you don't understand why they're there or where they're going to go. You understand like their character in a weird sort of way. So I really like that about the film. There are some, like I say, confusing moments in it where you're watching and you're like, where did that come from? Which is like, it has, like I said, a positive, and it gets high merits for that, but at the same time, some curveballs in there. Like, for example, there's a scene where this dog dies, and it's never really explained why the dog dies. It just like sort of appears, and then that's it. It's just like there's a dead dog in the film now, for no other reason than the fact that I think horror movies like to add dogs only to kill them off like later on in the films. I don't know, but it's just, that's a bit weird. I don't like that. So yeah, some curveballs in it don't really work. However, apart from that, it's great for like completely throwing you off course and going, no, hang on, you're completely looking at this the wrong way, look at it like this way. And then, like I say, the ending of the film itself, I think it's a really nice way to end it, because it like actually finalises it. to an extent. It's sort of like it goes, well, look, here's a finishing point. You've been thrown through this whole like loophole of, oh yeah, look, it goes this way, no, it goes this way, no, it goes this way. Exactly like the plot of the premise of the film, where these people get thrown into this tall grass and they're just completely lost. So yeah, the ending I think has a really nice cap on it, because it also reflects on what the film does and the way the film plays out. So yeah, for the ending, it's also getting high marks. So yeah, I think we're going to go on to the ratings for this film. So out of 10, I would give In the Tall Grass we'll give it a 9 out of 10, because like I say, the curveballs in it, most of them work really well, but there are some in there, like for example the dog scene, which just, for me, I don't think fit the whole plot or the whole storyline. They're just in there for like nothing more than just to confuse the audience even more than they already need to be. But however, apart from that bit, yeah, the ending is brilliant. I think the character's fantastic. It's beautifully acted. So yeah, 9 out of 10, because yeah, great moments in it, but just that little bit of like the curveballs being a bit all over the place. It's a bit middling. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for In the Tall Grass. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow with another film review. I think tomorrow we're probably going to do an action, because I don't think I've done many actions on this channel before, so it would be funny to watch an action or me review an action film. But until then, I've been Connor. This has been Film Review Friday on a Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe and turn the notifications on for my channel, and also go watch my last video, which will probably be up there. Hopefully I've got it in time today. I didn't have it in time yesterday. I was way off, I know. But yeah, until then, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!